Speaking of a cartel, the Clinton cartel, news breaking this morning. Pop up the article, please. The Clinton files then delivered to Congress, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, new evidence about the First Family's corruption, effectively as foreign influence. What they're saying is that there's a massive foreign influence operation through the Clinton Foundation. Senate Judiciary Committee, you're quite familiar with that, Senator. Can you give us insight here as to what's going to be happening to Bill and Hillary Clinton? What's going on here?
Well, we just received the documents, so I haven't seen them myself personally. Let's face it, Peter Schweizer's wrote about Clinton Cash, more than a decade ago. So many of these things we know. We absolutely understand this. We know that these people are criminals. It's the matter of having the documentary evidence to really pin it on them. And that's been bundled up inside the Department of Justice, inside the FBI. So then Trump's first term, again, I think these documents were hidden. They weren't made available to prosecutors. I think that's what's going to be revealed. Again, we were going to see the corruption of our federal law enforcement under Biden and under Obama. I mean, to me, it's obvious that's been what's happening, but you need the documentation. My concern, Benny, we found a bunch of documents in a skiff in a bunch of burn bags. They ran out of time. How many documents did they destroy? My guess is they destroyed a lot of documents. So that's the issue we have. To me, all this stuff is known. This is obvious. I mean, these people are criminals, including President Obama, who knew full well what the Steele dossier was, a Clinton campaign dirty trick, and yet he helped engineer the Mueller investigation with John Brennan. I mean, we know all of these things. It's obvious these guys did this, disrupted our democracy, did more damage to it than anything China or Russia could ever hope to accomplish. But the mainstream media is in their back pocket, so this doesn't get the kind of public and publicity it needs. That's our challenge. That's the challenge of Congress. That's the challenge of the Trump administration, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel. We need to first and foremost expose all of these things. But at the same time, they're going to try and prosecute the crime, and that's going to be the tension. They don't want to blow their prosecution. That generally means that Congress is not going to get available or have available to it a lot of these documents, which means the public's not going to hear about it until there's a trial. And my concern is if it's just a narrow indictment, do all these records get sealed up like they did under John Durham? So again, you've got that tension. Listen, you had Ed Martin on. God bless him. He helped get the pardon for people like Judge Troupis and the alternate electors in Wisconsin. I mean, people persecuted by this lawfare. There's a lot of work to be done. Pam Bondi needs help. She needs a lot of attorneys there to these review teams to classify information. There's a lot of work to be done.